The federal government, through the Ministry of Environment, has inaugurated the 13 newly constituted council members of the National Forestry Trust Fund to address widespread deforestation. The Minister of Environment, Mohammed Abdullahi, during the inauguration said that the initiative is expected to provide the necessary support for sustainable forestry. Benedict Uku has more on the story.
The National Forestry Trust Fund was established in 2019 to improve funding for the forestry sector. The federal government, through the Ministry of Environment in Abuja, inaugurated the newly constituted council members of the National Forestry Trust Fund. The Minister of Environment, Mohammed Abdullahi, during the inauguration, tasked the council members, amongst others, to address the critical issues of inadequate or lack of funding within the forestry sector.
Let me remind us of the critical role forests play in climate amelioration and our overall well-being, as well as that of our planet. It is sad that the rate at which these important resources are being depleted calls for urgent attention and actions. The Trust Fund envisages funding support from international donors, corporate organizations, private sector, NGOs, and individual resources for sustenance. It has been leveraging the seed fund from CITES permit to carry out some forestry development activities in the past few years. Unfortunately, the resources are almost exhausted, and so the Governing Council being inaugurated today has a lot of work to do in mobilizing resources in order for the trust fund to achieve its objectives. So we commit to repositioning the National Forest Trust Fund for it to be able to undertake its functions efficiently and effectively. Apart from the reconstitution of the Governing Council, the final draft of the Bill on NFTF Act is being reviewed, taking into cognizance the observed lacunas in the official gazette and operational manual. Hence, the appointment of the chairman who has a legal background to pursue this objective.
The minister also revealed plans and development aims of lifting the ban on the export of wood and allied products.
The Honourable Minister hereby directs further as follows: that the Governing Council shall ensure the institutionalization of the NFTF through a pursuit of enactment of an Act of Parliament, lead resource mobilization drive for national resources and support resource mobilization efforts of the Secretariat from international development partners for incremental funding during the pilot phase, approve the adoption of criteria as submitted by a technical review committee for project selection at the end of every year for the succeeding year.
The chairman of the council, Abdullahi Musa, assured the federal government that the council would deliver on its mandates to tackle deforestation.
As we have a human right, we should have plant right or trees right, in which case we should give the trees their right and we should stop persecuting them. I want to assure the Honorable Minister that we'll clean off people around who are members of the council who will do our best or most best to ensure that we meet the target before us for the benefit of Nigerians and mankind entirely.
The 13-member council is expected to provide policy guidelines, approve project plans, monitor fund utilization by NTF, amongst other activities.